Don't take the presence of the storm to indicate the absence of God. Sometimes when you enter into a storm, and there are all kinds of storms, health storms, physical storms, financial storms, emotional storms. There are all kinds of storms. I'm not talking about the storms that rain down water and the lightning and the thunder and all of that. I'm talking about storms that other people can't see. Undetectable storms. Storms that make people think you haven't been through anything. Because you get up out the bed every morning and you put your hair up and put your makeup on and they don't know you put your smile on just like you did your makeup and walked in smiling because you were going through a secret storm. Has anybody ever gone through a secret storm? See, when you're going through a visible storm, somebody will hand you an umbrella or a raft or some help or some assistance because they are aware of your suffering. But when you're going through a secret storm, there is no comfort there because nobody knows that you're dealing with a secret storm. They're jealous of the car you're driving, not knowing that it's 2 payments behind. They're envious of the position that you were promoted to, not knowing that now that you're promoted into that position, you can't even rest at night. You can't even sleep at night. You've got so much pressure and so much responsibility on you. And all of a sudden you're in a storm and nobody even knows it. And when we get in a storm, we have a tendency to wonder, where is God? Job said, I looked for him. He was there a minute ago, but now I can't find him. I looked on the right side and I couldn't find him. I looked on the left side and I perceived him not. Where is God in the storm? Because we buy into this notion that if God was with us, we would have no storm. That if God were really with us, we would be happy. That if God were really with us, everything would go smoothly. That if God were really on our side, we would have no family problems. If God were really with us, our bills would be paid. How could God be with us and us be in foreclosure? How could God be with us and we have cancer? How? Job said, I can't figure it out. How could my kid die and God be with me? How could my house be on fire and God be with me? I looked for him. I looked for him. I didn't see him. I didn't see him. I looked on the right. I didn't see him. I looked behind me. I didn't. You said you had my back. I didn't see him. I looked in front of me. I thought he'd lead the way. I didn't see him. But you cannot see in a storm. That's why he told you to walk by faith and not by sight. You cannot see in a storm. Don't look for God to be sensual in your storm. He will not appeal to your senses. Your senses add to your comfort. God will not make you comfortable in your storm. But just because you are in the presence of a storm, the storm does not negate the presence of God, nor does it indicate the absence of God. In fact, if you really want to see God do his best work, get in trouble.
Your dreams are worth it. There will be things in your life that were meant to destroy you. You could be doing all the right things and still face difficulties. Keep in mind that you are a fighter and not a quitter. I want you to keep fighting. Keep fighting through those storms. Are you going to let some storms destroy your mindset? Are you going to lose focus of your dreams, goals, and destination? No. You're going to stay in the game and trust the process. The storms are going to come, and they're going to come with rage. Every storm you go through is bringing you one step closer to your destination. And I want you to remember that you are never down and out. Waking up every day lets you know that you are given another opportunity to be great.
If you want to know where God lives, He lives in trouble. The Bible said He is a very, very present help in the time of trouble. If you're looking for God, He's in the storm. He may not be saying anything. You may find Him asleep on the boat in the bottom of the ship, but don't think that He jumped off the boat because you were in a storm. I'm saying that just because the ship comes apart doesn't mean you have to come apart. In fact, the destruction of the boat could be an announcement that you have arrived at your destination. Stop focusing on what you lost and start living on what you've got left. Don't be so aware of the storm that you lose awareness of the God in the storm. You imagine being on the boat, bound and tied, stressed and weary. The thing you was counting on to get you to the other side. The job you thought you'd retire with to get you to the other side. The house you thought you'd have the rest of your life to get you to the other side. And the storm got it. How many of you have lost some stuff in the storm? Lost some friends in the storm. Lost some people in the storm. Lost some relationships in the storm. And it made you feel like a failure. But you're not a failure. It was a temporary blessing. If it was meant to stay, it couldn't leave. Stop grieving over the boat. Don't let rich folk fool you. In some area of their life, they are impoverished. Don't let poor people fool you. In the midst of all of their financial poverty, if you get close to them, you will find that the poorest among us has a rich that cannot be tabulated in an account. Life is fair. And you think that if your life does not retain the shape that you started with, you don't think that it can get you where you're going. See, the boat didn't cease to exist. It just took on another form. I can't make it off of what we used to do. I cannot be who I was yesterday. I can only take what I got left. If I'd have needed more boat, He'd have gave me more boat. He didn't promise to save my boat. He promised to save me. Just because things are broken in your life doesn't mean you can't survive. I'm going to try it on y'all over here. Just because things are broken in your life doesn't mean you can't survive. Stop trying to glue the boat back together. It may not ever be like it was, but grab whatever it is and hold on to it till you get where you're trying to go. You're going to be victorious about this, and you're going to be victimized about this. Every victor is a victim in some area of their life, and every victim is a victor in some area of their life. They may not tell you. And it is not so much from the enemy that such pain comes. What I'm trying to tell you is, you can't be saved by what it was. You can only be saved by what it is.